This courtroom session is a perfect contrast. One man risking decades in prison by rejecting a deal, and another getting a second chance. Watch closely, because every decision here has serious consequences.
Good morning. Are you Jetson Bell?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Bell, in cause number 25 DCCR 0108, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and that is from January 20th of 2024. Your indictment alleges you were previously convicted of possession of a controlled substance and delivery of a controlled substance, a third degree and a second degree, October 22nd of 2007. And after those were final, you were convicted of unlawful possession of a controlled substance, a second degree, February 4th of 2009. And what that means is if you go to trial in that case and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be that of a habitual offender, which is a minimum 25 years in prison up to 99 years or life. Do you understand? And then in clause number...
Let's break that down. Habitual offender status is no joke. That instantly bumps the punishment range to 25 years minimum. So the real question is, why risk trial when you're already facing that kind of time?
25 DCCR 0109, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and that's from January 20th of 2024. That indictment alleges those same prior offenses, which again means if you're found guilty and those prior offenses are true, the range of punishment would be that of a habitual offender, with a minimum punishment of 25 years up to 99 years or life in prison. Do you understand?
Yes.
And then in cause number 25 DCCR 0110, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense of possession of a controlled substance from January 20th of 2024. The indictment here alleges those same prior offenses, again meaning that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be a minimum 25 years up to 99 years or life in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the computer in each of those cases plea bargain rejections that you've signed with Mr. West that shows that the district attorney's office has offered, if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty, a 25-year term in the institutional division. You have every right to reject that and have your cases set for trial.
Here's the turning point. The state offered 25 years. That might sound harsh, but compared to life, it's actually a calculated offer. Would you take that deal or gamble everything in front of a jury?
I want to make sure you understand what the possible consequences are if you go to trial and what your options are. You understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to reject that offer and have your cases set for trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Nichols, is there any reason in Mr. Smith's file, any notation why this would be?
No, Your Honor, he has the priors that were listed plus a federal prior, which is, I think, still under their supervised release for, and he's on parole through 2027. I see no reason he would change.
So I want to make sure you understand, Mr. Bell, that after today, I will not accept this plea agreement. Unless there is anything new that comes up, I will not accept a plea agreement less than this. So it's trial, plea open to a jury, plea open to the court, or something different. I want to make sure you know.
And the judge just locked it in. No better deals later. That's a power move. Once you reject this, the door doesn't reopen easily. High risk, high stakes.
That just getting on the trial docket doesn't mean you're going to get a better deal later. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you want to reject those offers and have all of your cases set for trial. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, we'll get them set for trial. Mr. West will begin preparation for trial. You can go back with the bailiff. Good morning. Are you Chad Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Rojas, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
So that's it. Trial mode activated. From here on out, everything shifts. Strategy, pressure, and the possibility of a life-altering sentence.
Mr. Smith, in cause number 24, DCCR 2309, you're charged with a third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle from September 19th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas? And do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 10-year term in prison, but that would be probated for 6 years. You would be ordered to pay $1,000 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? And do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number one.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Smith is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back at a later date for sentencing. Ms. Malfino, what's the state's position with regard to bond based on that plea?
Judge, I'm not necessarily opposed to a bond due to the nature of the underlying offense. Would advise the court that he does have a prior state jail from last 2 years ago for a drug possession case out of Brazoria County. And it also looks like there have been some misdemeanor priors as well, but I would defer to whatever you think is appropriate.
Where will you live when you're released, Mr. Smith?
I'll be living with my sister and her husband in Lumberton.
In Lumberton?
Yeah, I've been sober for 1.5 years now. I've been got my CDL, but I have a life waiting for me.
Good.
I've been on the right path. I just needed to take care of this.
Sure. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Smith, is reduce your bond to $1,000. I'm going to make that a personal bond, which means you're just going to be released without having to pay any money.
Okay.
But there's a few things that are very important about that.
Okay.
If you don't show for court when you're supposed to, then they're going to come after you for the money,
Yeah, of
number
course.
one.
Of course.
Also, the first thing you do when you're released today, if it's early enough in the day, is go straight to probation. You're going to get some paperwork today. They'll tell you where to go so they can start that process to do that pre-sentence report.
Okay.
If it's late in the day, go first thing in the morning.
And
hold-
I'm sorry. I didn't even interrupt you.
So if you don't do that, then you run the risk of me not accepting the agreement and things could be worse. If you're arrested for anything between now and when we come back for sentencing, also you run the risk of me not accepting the agreement.
Okay.
And did you have a question?
I was just gonna say that'll all state like which I'll be in Beaumont for the probation.
Just, if you're living in Lumberton, talk to the,
Yeah.
when you're doing that pre-sentence investigation, talk to the probation officer about where you'll be, and they'll start the paperwork to see about courtesy supervision where you are.
So just depending on when they let me go today, whether I go today or in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep, if it's before 5, then get over there straight today,
All right.
okay?
No problem.
And you're gonna get some paperwork to tell you all that.
Judge, I'll send a dismissal on that misdemeanor